Well, let's talk to Nabila Ramdani, the journalist and author of the book Fixing France, How to Repair a Broken Republic. Nabila, good to see you. For those of us who are not experts like you in French politics, just explain to us France's left-wing and centrist parties withdrawing hundreds of their candidates. Just explain what they're trying to achieve.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the idea is to try and block out, effectively, the far-right National Rally from winning an absolute majority of seats at the 577-seat National Assembly in Paris, and thus potentially enable them to form a government with 28-year-old Jordan Bardella as Prime Minister, someone, it has to be said, who has zero experience of government, but plenty of extremist and social economic views. And this tactical arrangement was or consideration was all about who would step down in key constituencies with a single candidate will be kept in place, somebody who will be better placed to try and defeat the National Rally in the final round of the election on Sunday. So there were potentially more than two candidates in more than 300 out of the 577 constituencies, but if they all stood, that would split the anti-far-right vote. So if there's only one anti-National Rally candidate up against a National Rally candidate, then the anti-National Rally candidate has a much better chance of winning. And this is called the Republican Front, one with the sole purpose to lock out the far-right.
Will this really dent the advance of the far-right National Rally? And has anything like this happened before?
Yes, I think certainly it is a perfectly ethical and indeed legal move. Democratic politics is all about building support for a cause, and in this case, opponents of the far right view blocking them as being the most important thing, more important than anything else, even putting, infighting aside. The compromise may be that they are working with the ideological enemies. But politics is all about compromise in the end, but that would mean a proposal that would guarantee chaos. Yes, the Republican Front has been deployed frequently, as far back as 2002, when Jean-Marie Le Pen came second in the race to become president of France. He did well in the first round, but then his vote fell apart in the second round, thanks to the Republican Front.
President Macron gambles, calling this surprise snap election. Does it look like it's been a good idea? Do you think it's paid off?
I think if we consider that his cause is the cause of Emmanuel Macron, then he has certainly damaged it because he will now potentially be thought of as the man who let the far right in power. He could easily have done nothing, kept them out of power, and continued in power himself until 2027. That said, by that time, the danger posed by the far right would simply have been allowed to fester, if you like, and could have become immeasurably more sinister. So at least the country now has a chance to face it head on without the immediate change or the immediate danger, if you like, of a far right president.
Nabila, we shall no doubt talk again in the coming days, perhaps after the result. For the moment, thank you very much indeed. Nabila Ramdani, the journalist and the author of Fixing France, How to Repair a Broken Republic.